I am Aisha Idris from Periom News, presenting the top headlines of the week. U.S. government sues Apple over monopoly of smartphone market. The U.S. Department of Justice has filed a landmark antitrust lawsuit against Apple, arguing that the iPhone maker has monopolized the smartphone market. In the lawsuit, filed on Thursday in the District of New Jersey, the Justice Department said Apple has used its market power to extract more money from consumers, publishers, and others. UN draft resolution calls for shared approach to artificial intelligence. Washington's UN envoy on Thursday said the US and 54 countries have introduced a General Assembly resolution aimed at articulating a shared approach to artificial intelligence. The U.S. draft resolution calls on UN member states to promote safe, secure, and trustworthy AI systems to address the world's greatest challenges, including those related to poverty elimination, global health, food security, climate, energy, and education. U.S. President Joe Biden on Friday warned of an ugly resurgence of Islamophobia since the start of the Israel-Gaza war, and said Muslims in the U.S. frequently face violence, blood, and discrimination. Mr. Biden's statement came on the International Day of Combat Islamophobia, which the UN established in 2022 on the March 15th anniversary of the 2019 mosque shooting in Christchurch, New Zealand, in which 51 people were killed during Friday prayers. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed a summit of EU leaders in Brussels on Thursday and urged them to use billions of euros in profit from frozen Russian financial assets to buy weapons for Ukraine. The European Commission proposed transferring 90% of profit from the frozen Russian assets to EU-run fund used to finance arms for Kyiv. Ireland's Leo Varadkar announced on Wednesday he will step down as Taoiseach in a surprise move that paves the way for a new Prime Minister to take office in mid-April. Mr. Varadkar addressed media at noon in the courtyard of the government buildings in Dublin to announce his resignation, saying his stint in government was the most fulfilling time of his life. Ukraine's allies aim to buy 1.5 million artillery shells. Ukraine has been promised more than 1 million artillery shells under a trade initiative to buy them on the world market. NATO allies, including Germany and Canada, have pledged money to trade land after a failed push to produce enough ammunition in Europe. U.S. congregational leaders said they will be open to inviting Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to address a special session of Congress in Washington. Lebanon's caretaker government plans to compensate those attacked by Israeli attacks on the south of the country, although it was clear how the state, which has been bankrupt since 2019, will foot the bill. Former President Donald Trump increased his dark language at the weekend, warning of a bloodbath if he loses the election in November, and saying some immigrants are not people. Mr. Trump told a rally in Ohio on Saturday that November's presidential election will be the most important date in U.S. history. Donald Trump suffered back-to-back setbacks this week in his effort to quash some of the dozens of felony charges he faces. On Friday, a Georgia judge ruled against Mr. Trump's attempt to disqualify the top prosecutor who brought charges against him, clearing one obstacle to his trial on charge trying to overturn the 2020 election. U.S. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump both clinched their party's nomination on Tuesday, setting the stage for the first U.S. presidential election rematch in almost 70 years. Mr. Biden won the Democratic presidential nomination by gathering delegates from the swing state of Georgia, overcoming concerns about his leadership from his own party. Schools in Afghanistan resumed for the new academic year on Wednesday, the 20th of March 2024, with girls lamenting being banned from joining secondary-level classes for a third year in a row. Taliban authorities banned girls from secondary school in March 2022, after surging back to power in 2021 and imposing vision of Islam which curbs the United Nations labels gender apartheid. The rework of Nigerian student loan bill is ready for the Honorable President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's approval. The Sokoto Central Market is currently on fire, with the motorcycle section of the market affected. An eyewitness who spoke with the correspondent said the fire started early this morning, but its cause cannot be immediately established. However, another source revealed that the Sokoto Central Market fire emanated from a dump site close to the motorcycle section. The 18-year-old midfielder was drafted into Gareth Southgate's set-up for this month's friendlies against Brazil and Belgium, along with Newcastle United forward Anthony Gordon and 21-year-old Everton defender Jarrad Branthwaite. Donovan Kohli kicks marathon T20 season into overdrive. It is going to be T20 cricket as far as the eye can see from Friday onward, when the defending champion Chennai Super Kings host Royal Challengers Bangalore. I am Aisha Idris from Periom News.